and welcome to another opportunity to learn online, my dear students. In this lesson, I will be teaching you the poem Black Woman by Leopold Sédar Senghor. The poem Black Woman is a negritude poem. And what is negritude? Negritude was a philosophical and literary movement that was born in the 1930s and spanned through 1950s. African migrants who were living in France came together to fight against a common cause with their writings. They came together to protest against the policy of assimilation. What is policy of assimilation? The policy of assimilation was an administrative principle adopted by the French in our territories, which was aimed at turning Africans into French. The idea was to make them discard their African identity and embrace French culture in its entirety. As a result of this, many Africans were made out of necessity to be more French than being African. They were forced to dress like the French. They were forced to speak like the French. They were forced to embrace the French culture in its totality. They saw everything African as primitive and uncivilized. Our ways of cooking, our ways of greeting, our ways of speaking, our ways of playing and doing different things became primitive and barbaric to them. Rather than becoming Europeans, they became half French and half Africans. They lost their African identity and in turn did not have the French identity. So they were neither here nor there. Senghor wrote this poem to eulogize the beauty of an African woman and by extension Africa as a continent. To eulogize means to praise excessively. He wrote to debunk the assumption of the Western world that black is inferior and associated with barbarism and primitivism. The poem praises the African woman as a person and the richness of the African culture that was formerly expressed in the negative light. Negritude raises and cultivates black consciousness. It celebrates the African black skin and culture. This is one of the symbols of negritude. From what you can see here, Africa is being lifted up high. It is being projected. The poet sees Africa as a superior continent. Never again should Africans see the world through the Europe. This is Leopold Sédar Senghor one of the strong proponents of negritude. He was the first elected president of Senegal, and he is also referred to as the father of negritude poetry. When words collocate, they are often used together. They are habitually used together. Woman, which is repeatedly used in the poem, collocates with dark, naked, and black to refer to the African woman as a mother, to refer to the African woman as a child, and as a sister. In conclusion, the poem celebrates and appreciates beauty in the form of a black naked woman. Alright, it is on this note that I bring the lesson to a close. Until I come your way again, goodbye for now.